Imagine this. You have launched a startup, your sales is booming, money is rolling in, you feel that you are the next thing in the industry until you receive a love letter from the tax department. It's not a congratulatory note, it's a tax notice, a big fat one. Turns out you have missed few returns, not paid TDS, and your GST claims are not matching with government records. Now instead of scaling, you are googling how to get out of these tax penalties. But don't worry, today I am going to make tax compliance ridiculously simple for startups and MSMEs. We will talk about income tax, GST, TDS and ROC compliances, what you need to do, when you need to do, how you need to do, and what will happen if you are not doing that. And hey, if you think taxes are boring, just wait till you see the tax penalty amount. Those are scary enough to keep you awake at night. We will first talk about income tax. Because if you mess your income tax department will remind you in a manner that you won't like it. So what are some of the major things that you need to keep in mind with respect to income tax? Here is a list. First is advance tax. Pay it before they demand it. Government is smart. They don't expect businessmen to pay all tax at once. So they have defined installment by which you can pay your taxes in advance. So if your tax liability is more than 10,000, you need to pay your taxes in 4 installments. These are June, September, December and March. You miss one of these deadlines and congratulations, you will be ending up paying interest. And in rare cases, department may come calling for explanation. Second is annual information statement and its reconciliation, because Big Boss is watching everything. Annual information statement is just like your business report card. It has details of all the financial transactions that your business is doing. So if you think you might do something and the tax department will not know it, you are wrong. So make sure to reconcile the data of AIS with your books of accounts while filing your tax returns. Mismatch this data and the IT department will not ask you politely, they will just send you a notice. Third is tax audits. Not every business needs it, but if your turnover is more than 10 CR or 1 CR in certain cases, then you need to get your books of accounts audited from a chartered accountant. And this is not just another compliance, you need to take this seriously. You miss this and you will have a 1.5 lakhs fine to be paid. And lastly, return filing. Every company needs to file a return annually. For individuals and companies which are not having audit, they need to file it by 31st July, and companies having audit have to file it by 31st October. Make sure that the details and the numbers filed in these returns are accurate and are matching with the AIS and 26AS statements, because as we said, a mismatch in these numbers and you are looking forward to tax notice. Think of tax compliance like your health. You ignore it and sooner or later you will regret it. The second tax law that we are talking here is GST, because government wants a share in everything. Now here are few things with respect to GST that you need to take care of. First is GST registration. Let us understand who needs it. If your business turnover crosses 20 lakhs in case of services and 40 lakhs in case of other than services, you need to take business registration. Now remember this requirement is pan-India basis. So if you are having a multiple states existence and if your turnover crosses 20 lakhs in totality, then also you are liable to take registration all the state and not just one state. Also, this limit is voluntary and not mandatory. If your turnover is below this and if you still want to take registration, you can do this as it will help you to claim ITC benefits. Second is filing of GST returns, because there is not just one return. Once you have taken registration, you will have to file 2 returns on a monthly basis, that is GSTR1 and GSTR3B, and you will have to file GSTR9 on annual basis. You miss one and the late fee will start piling up. Fees for late filing of these returns is 50 per day, delay for months, and you will be paying thousands of rupees as late fees payment. Third thing to take care of with respect to GST is ITC claims. Input tax credit is great, but you cannot claim whatever you want. It must be eligible and it must match with your GSTR2B returns. If it is not reflecting in your GSTR2B, you cannot claim it. And also, you need to have proper document for each claim that you make. Wrong claim is equal to heavy penalties, reverse credit, no fun at all. And lastly, you need to know about few GST penalties, because ignorance is not an excuse. There are multiple penalties under GSTs. Those are for issuing fake invoices, issuing wrong invoices, not issuing e-invoices, and this ranges from 10,000 to 100% of tax amount. And considering all this, trust me, it's cheaper to hire a tax consultant than to fight for a tax penalty. Now let's move on to the third tax compliances, that is TDS, tax deducted at source. TDS exists because government does not believe you that you will pay on time, so they make you pay them upfront. Now, who needs to deduct a TDS? Every businessman making certain payments beyond a threshold amount needs to deduct a certain percentage while making that payment to their vendors. For example, if you are paying a professional fees to a vendor which is in excess of 30,000, then you need to deduct 10%. So instead of paying them 30,000, you should pay them 27,000 and you will be depositing 3,000 with the government. And yes, you cannot say I forgot. All you can do after that is to pay the penalties. You need to deposit the TDS that you have deducted by the 7th of next month, and you need to file return on a quarterly basis with the government. Non-deduction, late deduction, non-payment and non-filing of return, all these bear consequences in nature of interest and penalties. Keep this in mind. The fourth set of compliance that you need to take care of are ROC compliances. If you are a company registered with ROC, then you need to make certain filings on an annual basis. Those are annual returns, and also you need to do some filings on case-to-case basis depending upon the happening of certain events. Non-filing of these forms have also repercussion in form of late fees or penalties, which range from 100 rupees per day for delay to 12 times of the actual government fees. Having said all this about the tax and compliances, let me summarize this for you in a short and simple manner. These are the do's and don'ts for tax compliances. First, pay advance tax on time. Second, file your income tax returns and GST returns before deadline. Third, deduct and deposit TDS correctly. Fourth, claim your ITC properly, don't be greedy. And lastly, file your ROC forms if you have a company or an LLP. Follow this and I'll promise you will sleep better at night. Look, tax compliance isn't a choice, it is a responsibility. The government does not take "oops, I forgot it" as an excuse. But if you stay on top of your deadlines, track your expenses and use automation, it is not that hard. If this video helped you, hit that like button, subscribe for more financial tips, and comment below what's the most annoying tax law for your business. And hey, if you know a businessman who ignores their tax deadlines, share this video with them before the tax department catches them. That's it for today. Stay compliant and stay stress free.